These are the examples for Geometry B, Credit 4, Lesson 18.1. Lesson 18.1, we're going to be talking about volume of both prisms and cylinders is what we're going to be doing in 18.1. And all of Credit 4, the first approximately half of the credit is volume, and the second half is surface area, just to kind of give you the overview of what we're going to be doing. So for problems 1 and 2, here's our example. We have a rectangular prism, which means we have base on the bottom and on the top, we have rectangles. And so the formula for any prism is area of the base times the height. Now the base is a rectangle, so the formula for area of a rectangle is length times width. So that's the area of the base, and then times the height of the whole thing. All right, so now we only need 3 numbers here. Some of the numbers are duplicates, and so they give us that so we know we can figure out what information is it that we need. All right, so the length here is 36. The width, so the length of the base is 36. The width is 24. And then the height of the entire prism is 7. And those other numbers, the 36, and they're not incorrect, they're just not needed. This 36 is just a duplicate of this length, and the 7 here is a duplicate of the height here. And so all we do now is multiply those up. 36 times 24 is 864, times 7 gives us 6,048. And so the volume of our rectangular prism is 6,048. Now, one of the very important things here is to include the unit of measurement. So this is inches. And whenever we're doing volume, it's always in cubic inches. And the way we indicate cubic is with the little 3 here. And so imagine 6,048 little cubes would fit inside this figure here. And so 6,048 cubic inches. All right, so that's our example for problems 1 and 2. For problems 3 and 4, we have another prism. This time it's a triangular prism because the base or the bottom and the top is a triangle. So what is the formula for area of a triangle? Well, the area of the base or area of a triangle, let's make that look a little bit nicer. Turns out it's base times height of the triangle divided by 2. And notice for height of the triangle or height of the base, we use a little h, and then for the height of the entire figure, we're going to use a capital H. So the base of, and of course this is a right angle here, the base is 14. The height of the base, if you will, is 18. And we're dividing that by 2. That's just part of the formula for area of a triangle. So area of the base times the height. Now the height of the entire figure is 10. Now, what about this 34 here? That is just simply not needed. We just needed the base and height of the base of the triangular prism, or the bottom of that. So we got those with the 14 and the 18 and the height of the whole thing. So this 34, it's not wrong. It's just not needed. So let's go ahead and work this out here. We have 14 times 18, which is 252. And then we're going to divide that by 2. We get 126 times 10 is 1,260. And once again, we always want to make sure whenever we're doing volume or later on in the credit surface area, we always want to include the unit, which is in this case kilometers. So quite a big triangular prism we have here. Kilometers, 1 kilometer is a little more than half a mile. And again, since it's volume, it's in cubic units. So our final answer, 1,260 cubic kilometers is the way you would read that. So for our final example here for problems 5 and 6, we have a, what is similar, even though you see a circle there, it's a circular base, we have what's called a cylinder here. Let's go ahead and write that up here. And but the formula is like the prisms. The general formula is area of the base times the height. Now what's different here is the base is a circle, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. So the area of the base is pi r squared, and then times the height. And what they want us to do on these is we're going to leave our answer in terms of pi. So that's what you'll be doing for 5 and 6. So find the volume. Yes, leave your answer in terms of pi. So we're just going to leave pi there. In other words, we're not going to substitute 3.14 in for pi. Sometimes they'll ask us to do that. They'll say round to the nearest tenth, which means, or they'll tell you to use 3.14 for pi. But in this case, it says leave your answer in terms of pi. And so whenever it says that, we just leave pi there, which makes things actually a little bit easier. So now we have pi times the radius squared. Now the radius is the distance from the center to the edge of the circle. Well, they don't give us the radius. They give us the diameter. And that's what you're going to run into on problems 5 and 6. So if you know the diameter, the radius is just the diameter divided by 2. Because the radius is half the diameter, and half of something means you divide by 2. So the diameter is 50. We divide that by 2, and we get 25. And so our radius is 25. Finally, our height is 40, which was given over here. And so now all we have to do is simplify this with our order of operations. And all we have going on here is just two things, the exponent and the multiplying. So our exponent, 25 squared. Now, what does 25 squared mean? It means 25 times 25, which is 625. And then times 40 gives us 25,000. So our answer, now we're going to put the 25,000 first, and then the pi. Now, pi is not units. Pi is just part of our volume. Our unit is meters. And again, this is volume, so it's cubic meters. So our final answer in terms of pi, as they ask us to do here, 25,000 pi cubic meters. So again, pause, rewind the video, make sure you got a good understanding of that. And I think you're going to do pretty good with the work here. And that's all we're doing. Volume of prisms and cylinders here. But again, notice they all had that same general formula to begin with, area of the base times the height. We just had different bases, a rectangle, a triangle, and a circle in our 3 problems. We're going to put that on the screen for you in the center there, in case you want to pause and look at all 3 of those. So that's it for this lesson. Again, a study, pause, rewind, as we always say, and I'm sure you're going to do great with the work. And until the next video, take care and God bless.